So about right there, I think it was about right there. Yeah, right there. I almost hit a car a couple months ago. And the good thing is that if you ride a motorcycle, you probably know this, that I had an escape route, right? And I saw the car stopping, and I said to myself, when I realized the bike wasn't going to stop in time, or, you know, either by my mistake, not paying attention, or, you know, primarily due to the brakes of this bike, and I realized that I wasn't going to stop on time, I decided to kind of move left and go into the grass. And that's kind of like the escape route. That's kind of like the route that I took. You know, if you're riding, you always kind of have to be looking for an escape route. So before I get into the story and something that I wanted to talk with you guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified. We definitely appreciate this support. You guys are fantastic. A lot of you guys been supporting me for years, and I really appreciate it. One of the things that a lot of motorcycle guys talk about is the engine. And as you see, the Harleys or whatever motorcycle out there continues to get, you know, more powerful, more performant, usually the conversation has to do with the engine itself, right? And this one right here, 2005 Road King, I love my Road King, has an 88 cubic inch, which is nothing by today standards, you know, like, is an old bike, right? And you know what? I like it. To me, is you know, fast enough. Is enough for me to do the things that I do, right? But nevertheless, sometimes, you know, you feel like, man, I wish it be a little faster. But I don't know if it has to do with the engine itself, or it has to do more with your ego trying to get a bike that is faster. Probably is going to get me into trouble. But this is a cruiser. I don't mean to really go fast. I mean to cruise. Like, I want to sit down, I want to be comfortable, and I want to be able to go to places very comfortable and just enjoy my life, right? That's what I'm going for. You know, I used to have a Gixxer 750 back in the days, and back in those days I meant to go fast. So, but again, you know, as people have conversations about motorcycles, usually it's about the engine, and that's about it, you know, how the bike look and things like that. Let me tell you something, guys. The day is awesome. I was about to put the motorcycle in the garage, and I told my kid, hey, I'm gonna go in a bike ride, obviously my wife as well. I said, when I come back, open the garage, you're gonna hear me. You should be able to hear my motorcycle. So I'm just going into a little ride, maybe, you know, a good, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I actually wanted to go and record a couple vlogs this morning, and I did the whole thing, and then I realized that I didn't have my memory card on the GoPro, which is kind of frustrating. You know, go out there, prepare everything, go out, and then realize that you don't have a memory card. But let's get back into the video. I'm going to tell you, you know, a lot of conversation about the engine, but something that these all Harleys have is the brake issues. The brakes suck, really do suck. And for, you know, reading forums and talking to people and stuff like that, I guess it's a very common issue for some of the old Harleys. Not something that you're going to see on the new set of Harleys, but again, you know, on the old ones, apparently it's an all common issue. So I decided to make a video for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you're being around the gang, you know, for quite some time, please put some comments down below and let me know how you fix this. Let me know what should I do. I know the brakes, you know, when I bought the bike, I kind of complained about it, and the guy actually bled the brakes again, but I don't think it has helped a lot. And I'm about to stop here just to show you guys.
All right, guys, here we are with my Road King. I'm about to show you the brake, but again, like I said, it's pretty crappy, man. I really like this bike, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the backs are doing just great. Really good. Obviously, here's the front brake, and I want you to see this. As I'm pressing the brake, look how much down it goes. Like, a lot, right? And if you're familiar with motorcycles, it shouldn't go that much down. I mean, in order to get some friction, it's like almost all the way there. So what that does is that it's forcing me in a way to use my rear brake a lot more. And you know what, before I continue, what do you guys think? You know, a lot of conversation about this. I heard, you know, 70% on the front, 30% in the rear. There's kind of like a debatable. Some guys like to use the rear brake a lot more. I think it's about 70-30 or something about there. But again, you know, pushing the brake so much down is forcing me to hit that back brake a lot more, and definitely not a good idea. Now, I've seen some videos here on YouTube. I'm gonna follow one of those videos where they said to take the calipers out. Apparently there's some pistons in there that they get like stock, and the guy was talking about, you know, kind of cleaning, putting some brake fluid into those calipers, and then obviously clean all that stuff up, and it should improve the brake. Again, I heard that this is kind of like you know, like an old bikes, probably the old, you know, early 2000 and things like that, typically have that issue. Some of you guys asked me about this mount. I am going to do a video and show it to you guys right there. So again, you know, I'm going to do a video and show it to you guys, but I love it because obviously it allows me to connect my cell phone to my Cena right here, and I could listen to music and all that good stuff. So quick look at the bike right there.
Yeah, so obviously, if you guys put any comments down below, I will be taking a look and probably, you know, doing some of whatever recommendations you guys have. I know some of you guys know way more than me about bikes, but I'm going to tell you, you know, that issue that I have with locking the rear tire, again, you know, this bike does not have ABS. And that's one of the things that you get when you buy a newer bike. One of the things that you get when you pay more money. You know, you may get a bike that has ABS, a bike that has more technology, and it's kind of like a hit or miss, because a lot of you guys, or some guys, like the bare bone bike. You know, they like just the engine and being able to control the bike as much as you can. But some other guys out there are not looking for that. Some other guys out there prefer the traction control, prefer the technology, prefer ABS. And I think, me personally, you know, I may be completely wrong, but I think, me personally, that if you not that experience of a rider, some of the things may save your life. Now, if you're a very experienced rider, really, those things may not be as good for you or not. It all depends on what you want, on how you want to roll, if you want to put it that way. Me personally, I don't consider myself a new rider, but I definitely, by no means, absolutely no means, consider myself a very experienced rider. I just took about a 3-4 year break between motorcycles, and let me tell you, those years that I spent not riding, it really put a dent in my riding career, if you want to put it like that. Because obviously, you know, I spent many years not in a motorcycle, but it's just like riding a bike. It comes back to you very, very easy. But again, you know, I think it was a little bit forward. I pointed to you guys when I passed by, but essentially Stacy was in the back. Stacy is my wife. She was riding her car, or our car, family car. And, you know, as I looked forward and I saw some cars stopping, I hit the brake. Apparently, I put too much pressure on the rear brake. Probably, most definitely, due to the lack of brake that I'm having in the front, or, you know, the front brake not being that good, and probably pressed the rear brake a little bit too hard. Now, the back tire kind of locked on me, and it kind of moved, kind of slipped a little bit. But you know what? I was in control. I knew it was happening, so I kept looking forward. I kind of let go of the brakes and all that. I just kind of let the bike kind of go back to his place. And as I was getting closer to the vehicle, I realized that I was probably going to hit the vehicle. So I started kind of moving myself a little bit to the left. And then kind of like almost at the end, I kind of jumped into the grass. And let me tell you, if I would have done that, I would have definitely hit that car. And it would have not been fun, right? So, you know, there's a lot of conversations. Again, many conversations about you know, your engine. Like I said at the beginning, you know, people get so wrapped up about the engine, wrapped up around, you know, the way the motorcycle looks, but more importantly, wrapped up around the engine, right? You know, my engine is bigger than yours. I got a 107. What do you have? You know, I think it was around here, someplace, by the way. You know, I got a 107. You got a 103. Oh, I got a 96. You got an 88. You know, you can't ride down faster than you. So there's a lot of conversation, a lot of ego, a lot of complaining about that. But you know what? There's really not too much conversation about the brakes. And to me, one of the most important things on a motorcycle, is a brake, or are the brakes, because you want to be able to stop this machine. This machine is hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I don't even remember how much a Road King weighed, but I'm pretty sure it's pushing 700 pounds. So again, really something really heavy, and when you hit 60 miles per hour, you got to be able to stop it. You got to be able to stop this bike so you could be safe. And I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, I just bought brake fluid. I'm about to like fix this brake. I'm about to make it better because right now it's really not working out for me. And again, you know, we can't get wrapped up around just the engine. There's other things out there that are super important to a motorcycle. And in my opinion, the brakes are one of the most important things because literally could get you killed. Now, I feel that I'm okay on the bike. I feel that I can stop the bike. You know, I know my bike. I know how it rides. I know what to do and stuff like that. But nevertheless, I'm not completely happy with that front brake. So I'm going to be doing some work. And that's one of the things that you're going to get when you get an older bike, you know. If you get a new bike, obviously everything is working fine. Everything is okay. But when you get an older bike, there may be some things that you're going to have to work on. And it may be the brakes. It may be an oil leak. It may be something. That is the fun part of motorcycles. Again, what do you guys think? It's getting dark. I got to go home. And as always, God is in control.